Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online talk show where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. Yes, this is the month of November, and this is our final one for the special series where we'll celebrate men's health. This is our part 4, and it's been an interesting one where we've talked to a lot of various young men, older men, just asking them about what their health is and what tips, as well they want to give. So in this final part 4, I was actually fortunate to be in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, and I had conversations with Ambassador Adebola Ogutuga, who is based in Atlanta, who is retired now, and Mr. Ibe Tago, an IT specialist, who is based in Atlanta, Georgia as well. Just listen to some of our conversation. This is Mama K, and we're still in the month of November, and we're still celebrating men's health. And I am blessed to be in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, with a dear uncle, father, brother, friend, and everything combined. He is Ambassador Adebola Ogutuga. Ambassador Ogutuga, how are you today?
I'm very well.
I can see you. You're very, very well. We're talking about men's health.
Thank God for that.
Thank God for that. We thank God for life.
For life.
So we're talking about men's health. What does health mean to you as a man and as an older man?
Health means everything to me. And there is an old adage that says, health is wealth. And so you have to live by what you eat and by what you do.
Right.
And what I mean by that is we are what we eat. So as you get older, you have to abandon certain things.
Okay.
You don't eat those things. If you do at all, you eat them in moderation.
Okay.
And the first thing is, as we get older, and that could be from any age, we need to take more of vegetables, greens.
Okay.
We need to stop taking things with 4 legs.
Sugar. 4 legs, oh, okay. Have you stopped doing that?
And minimize 2 legs.
Okay.
And take something without legs.
Without legs, I like that. No 4 legs, minimize 2 legs, and more without legs.
And which is that one without leg? The one without leg is fish. And fish, you have a lot of omega-3, which you need in your system.
Right.
When you combine that with a lot of exercises, you live well and keep your mind free. Don't hold animosity.
So it's not about the physical only. The mind as well needs to be looked at.
The mind also.
Okay.
The mind also should be as free as possible. The Bible says, be at peace with everybody around you.
But then for men, you're at work, you've got stress, if you're married, you've got children, you've got family. How can you be at peace?
You are
when you come back out from work, how can you be like, mother, wife needs attention, children needs attention, things like that. How would you do that?
You'll be at peace because you are walking at your own pace.
Okay.
Don't let anybody determine what is the next step you are going to take. Take it one step at a time.
So anybody includes your children and
everybody.
So you need to look after yourself as the head of the family.
You have to look after yourself first.
Okay.
Before you can look after you remember when you are flying and the pilot will say tighten your seatbelt. And it says before you help somebody, you do your own first.
Yes.
Because if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't take care of anybody.
Okay.
The same thing, even as a soldier, you have to take care of yourself first. In security, when you hear a bang somewhere, the first thing is to take cover before you start looking for how to take care of others. So you have to take care of yourself first. And in taking care of yourself, you have to look at what you eat.
Okay.
It's important because we are what we eat. And I always tell people, I use this common adage that you don't make your if you don't make your food your medicine, your medicine will become your food. And you don't want to wait until
you get all
the plants are there. I always take from God's pharmacy.
You've become an herbalist, you said.
I'm an herbalist.
I know we're joking about it, but in terms of you're focusing more on herbs.
On herbs. I take more herbs. And to God be the glory, I am without any ailment.
So what do you do yourself?
I'm not hypertensive. I'm not diabetic.
Okay.
I just did my physical in September. All the organs are in good condition.
Wow.
And I have no problem.
So you're
and
over
what
60?
I do, I'm over 60.
And so they're
well over 60, almost 70.
Almost 70, closer to 70.
And I live, and to the glory of God, I do 10 miles a day.
10 miles a day?
10 miles. At times I go 12.
You're hearing that, people?
I go 13 at times, but the target I have is to do 10 miles a day.
The other day we actually did together. And
yes.
I remember, he shaved me. He even carried in dumbbells and he carried a backpack.
Because you have to exercise.
All right, I'm like, woo!
You have to exercise all the
muscles. Okay.
When you are walking or... Okay. And as you get older, you should not run. Because it's not
walking
good for your
is more
walking is
advisable.
Okay. And you lose a lot of weight. You are in good shape all the time. You are well toned all the time.
So what age should young men start looking after themselves?
From when they are very little.
Really?
As long as they can take care of themselves.
Is that reality?
Yeah, it is. It is. Let me give you an example of taking care of yourself. When I was very little, you people don't do that anymore. We used to take bath outside, especially when it's raining.
Right.
We go into the rain and we put soap on our head and all over. And my mom once said, you don't put soap on your hair all the time.
Oh, okay.
And you don't put it will make your hair to fade quickly because of the acid inside some of these chemicals. And from that time, I didn't know whether she said it in a way to
save
not
our own soap.
To save soap. But the message got into me. Okay. And from that time, I don't wash my hair with soap. I don't use soap anyway. I use shampoo.
Okay.
And maybe once in 3 months, 6 months.
Okay.
Depending. And you look at my hair. Some of my nieces, nephews say, "Oh, do you dye your hair?"
You've never dyed it?
I've never
dyed
my hair.
I dyed mine. It's okay. We've always had great.
But the point I'm trying to make is from that time on, as a little boy, maybe I was 10 or thereabout at that time. As a little boy, I knew that because I took it I always say I don't know why she said the whether wasting of the soap or she actually meant yes.
Yeah.
So you start from the time you can take care of yourself.
Okay. So what would you advise men who struggle to talk about? Let's go not just to the physical health now, but mental health. Those, because you were saying free your mind, free your, because with COVID season now and a lot of economic issues, a lot of men probably are struggling in silence, but they need to look after their mental health. So what would you advise, or what would you say what they can do? Because men are supposed to be macho. You don't need to talk about it. You're supposed to be strong. You're supposed, So what would you tell them?
My question first to you is strong for who? You have to be strong for yourself. That's the first thing. You don't have to show macho to anybody. Do it for yourself. Okay. If you try to impress others, then you are allowing people to determine who you are and who you should be. No, you should do everything.
But societal pressure.
That should be not. Yes, there will be always be pressure. But you have to put those pressure aside. You have to put. It's you. Yes. It's not the society that is living. You have to live your life. And one of the things I always tell people is we don't know how to breathe in deeply. Because it helps mental
I can hearing that. Okay. Breathing.
We must take time to take a deep breath. 5 minutes, 10 minutes deep breath.
Right.
It's difficult, but when you get used to it, you find out that it
helps.
It helps you.
It calms you.
It calms you. And you hear when you are agitated or you are under tension, people will say, calm down, breathe in. Some people will say, take a deep breath.
Yeah, but
take a deep breath.
It
actually works.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it works. The last time I went to the hospital for a procedure, and I got there, each time I enter, I'm not hypertensive naturally, but each time I see a doctor, my
your blood pressure goes up. It's like the blood pressure is afraid of what the doctor
yes. And they call it whether doctor's office syndrome or something like that. Phobia. And when I got there, I knew I was going for a procedure and they are going to take my blood pressure. So I did deep breathing. I counted 60 times.
Wow. Before you went in.
Before I went, you breathe in and you breathe out.
So you took that conscious effort to do that because you know you are anxious each time you come to the doctor. So did that help?
It helped. Okay. And I got there. The last time I was there before the procedure, they said it was 180 something over 85 or so. It was on the borderline, and I said, no, that's not me. But this time around, before I went for the procedure, I did my breathing. 60.
Can you demonstrate it for us?
And I did 60 of that.
It's simple actually, but you need to calm down to do it.
Yes. And I entered the doctor's office and they took my blood pressure. And the lady said, she took it and I said, what is the reading? And she said, 125 over 70.
Wow.
I said, is that good? It's very good. And I'm not joking about this.
No, I know.
So it helps. Yes. Deep breathing.
Yes.
Then I always talk about this prayer of serenity.
Okay.
Serenity prayer says, Lord, grant me the serenity to accept what I cannot change. The courage to change what I can. And the wisdom to know the difference between what I can change and what I cannot change. That is my prayer every day before I go out of the house.
Okay.
And what it does is that so many things will come, they will throw at you.
Yeah.
If you know you can't change it,
Yeah.
Just let it go. Don't let anything get to you. But we worry over so many things. And the more you worry, the more you have problems in your system, in your mind.
Yes.
And we must learn to forgive. People will always wrong you. People will always do what you don't like. Your children will always behave the way you don't want. Your spouse also. But what you have to do is try and see it another way. Right. I always rationalize. And so it helps me to forget. And at times, when there is noise all around you, be silent. Because silence is golden also. Be silent.
And there's too much noise around us.
Yeah.
Yo, okay. Me and you can go on and on and on. And I think we need a full program for this.
But the important thing I will leave people with is eat right.
Eat well, right?
Eat right. Eat at the right time.
Okay.
Take water.
Because you don't eat after 7.
I don't. I eat, yes. I don't eat after. I try not to eat
try
after
not
7.
to. Okay. Water.
Take water.
Okay.
First thing in the morning.
Okay.
Take it after meal, 30 minutes after meal.
Okay.
And take warm water before you go to sleep.
Right.
Something warm before you go to sleep.
Okay.
What it does is it enables your blood to flow. Because while you are asleep,
the body
is resting
and working.
Yeah. So take a lot of greens, vegetables,
right, exercise,
eat right, less carbohydrate, less sugar. If
small portions.
If you can avoid it, I've not taken sugar in several years. Don't take all this soda. Take water.
Yeah, water.
Take water.
Yeah.
So, and exercise. Walk. Take a long walk. Start. I'm not saying start 10 miles. No. Start with 1 mile.
What you can manage.
2 miles.
So
3 miles.
and
consistent. Then progress on that. And you
don't do it one day and stop and think.
And
that's
do something that makes you to laugh.
Yes.
To smile. And to smile and laugh. Laugh loud. Make your laughter gift to people. And you'll find out that you are always a happy person. You are always at peace with yourself. Important.
Very, very important. Wow. You've heard it from Ambassador Adebola Ogutuga all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. There was a lot packed in there. You need just to rewind, press back so that you can play and play and play and play back. He is a living witness to what he's saying. It's just not saying it, it does it. So, till next time, enjoy. This is Mama K, and we're still celebrating Men's Health for the month of November. And yes, we're still in Atlanta. And I've got with me a brother, friend, a father. Who shall I go on? A chief. Ibe Tagbo. Welcome to the program.
Thank you
How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about yourself first, actually.
Ooh.
Who is Ibe?
eBay, where do you want me to start?
Anything. Where you're from, what you do, just quickly.
Well, eBay is a fun guy that takes life serious and enjoys it as well.
Okay.
Work hard, play hard, and enjoy life.
That's life. eBay. That's it. So what do you do?
What do I do for work? Or
for work.
For work, I mean, IT compliance.
Okay, cool.
So we're talking about men's health,
Right.
and I know I can even see. Ooh, I can see the body. What does men's health mean to you? When we talk about men's health, to you personally, what does it mean to you?
Well, for me, men's health is a well-rounded man, not just health-wise, but also mentally and family-oriented. So many things that goes in. For me, when you talk about men's health, it's not just about my health. It's the whole package: family, life, work balance.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
yeah.
So, family, work-life balance, physical. What do you do then to look after your health in terms of all that you've spoken about?
Okay. On the physical side, I try as much to work out at least 5 days a week.
5 days a week?
Yes.
You're
Yes,
good.
I know it might sound foreign to some people, but that's what I try to do.
Okay.
I try to break it down into cardio some days, 3 days a week.
Okay.
Go out there, get in a good run. And
Oh, you
then
run?
I run. Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then the other 2 days, you know, just a little weight, nothing major. I don't want to be on a Schwarzenegger here, but you still have to look good and feel good about yourself.
Right. So that's the physical.
That's the physical side.
And
On the family side,
Yeah.
oh boy.
and mental.
Mental, you know, I try to make sure that my mental well-being is very well balanced in terms of, you know, I don't let things that shouldn't bother me.
Okay.
You know, there are certain things you have control over,
Right.
and those are the things you should worry yourself about. But those things you don't have any control over, just let it be.
Let it be.
Let it go.
But why do some people struggle though, with whereby they don't have control over something and then it becomes something else which then affects them, and especially as a man, in terms of the society expectation on men.
Well, you know what I think happens here is some people, and men, since we're talking about men here, we worry about what other people think or say about us. I don't let that bother me. Because if you start worrying about it, then you'll never move forward in life. You know, you'll always be depressed, angry, because not everybody's going to like you. And as I am, I don't want everybody to like me. You know?
Yeah, okay.
I'm being honest. You know, I'm okay with it. If you say hello to me, if I say hello to you and you say hello back, that's all I need.
Right.
We don't have to sit down and break bread or anything like that. Just
Okay.
common decency, common courtesy, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've spoken about physical, mental, and in terms of your diet, do you do anything? Do you pay attention to that or not? Or that is a no-go question?
Well, no. It's not a no-go question.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the thing with my diet. When it comes to diet, because I work out, I don't deprive myself.
Okay. So
But-
you eat anything and everything.
Exactly, but in moderation. That's the key
Right,
word.
moderation.
Moderation. You know, I don't eat fast food that often. But if I feel like a nice juicy burger, I'll go out for it. If I feel like pizza, I'll finish half a pie of pizza.
Right.
But you know, like I said, but you won't see me eating that the next day
Okay.
or the week
So
after.
it's a one-off.
One-off.
One-off
Yes,
instance.
yes. If I feel like ice cream,
Why not?
why not?
But you just don't have the 5 liters bucket or 2 liters.
No. Moderation. Now.
Moderation.
But I
So-
just don't deprive myself.
Okay,
that's all.
so do you drink water a lot, or that is something
I
you
try
don't?
to get in at least 64 ounces a day.
Okay,
64
that's
ounces.
good.
That's about half a gallon or so
Right.
of water a day. You know, and then there's fruits and things like that.
Okay.
I try to get in at least 3 servings. I know they say like about
About
five
It's
five
supposed to be
fruits
5.
and like
Yeah.
5 vegetables. But you do what you can,
Yeah.
you know.
So now during the season of still in the COVID time where, a lot of people have lost jobs or lost their homes or, there's so much pain or lost loved ones.
Right.
And for a man, as either a single man or married man, the pressure, on them as a man. What advice would you give to someone who is struggling, in terms of all this stress?
Well, I think, the way it worked for me, when this pandemic hit, even the doctors and the scientists, nobody knew what was coming. Nobody knew how bad this was going to be. Some people said it was going to go away in about a month, summer, spring, and it's still with us a year, 2 years into it now, right? But the way I've handled it, I've taken it one day at a time. You listen to the professionals, the doctors, Dr. Fauci and the rest of them, here in the US. You listen to their advices because they're learning about this pandemic just as much as we are trying to figure out what's going on ourselves. I'm not a what is it? What is Dr. Fauci again? Whatever it is. Yes, I'm not that. So I listen to people like that because that's what they know. That's what he's been doing it for. I don't know. God knows how many, for decades. So he has the experience. So I listen to his advices and things like that, and just try to take precautionary measures when I go out there. Even though I'm fully vaccinated, I still wear my mask when I'm in public, when I go to the store, or when I'm in a large gathering. But I know it's not easy for some people. Some people have been depressed about this whole thing. They don't want to get outside or do anything like that. But throughout when it first started, when the lockdown first happened, I started by just staying outside, going for my runs, cycling, just to clear my head, be active. So it takes my mind off of watching the news and getting depressed. Because I don't know if you remember here in the US, people were dying by the thousands every single day, and I didn't want to stay in front of the TV all day and listen to all that negative, depressing news. So I made it a point, luckily I was able to work remotely, so I was home. So that gives me more free time to take walks in between work, and also in the evenings when I'm done with work, go out there, clear my head, get in some fresh air, go out with the kids and the wife, and just be out there and forget what's happening in the world for a while.
I totally agree. So you have a son, a lovely, handsome, intelligent young man.
Thank you.
A young boy coming up. Are you in any way, as a man, trying to encourage him on anything, in terms of looking after his health at this age? Or is it too young?
No. You're never too young. I started early myself. Okay. I mean, I've been working out since I was 16.
Oh, they're 16?
16 years old, yes. I've been going to the gym since I was 16. Right. But for him, luckily, I'm blessed. My wife and I are blessed that he's been active ever since he was born. He has been playing soccer ever since he was 3 years old. Right. So even throughout this whole pandemic, he still plays soccer. And that was one thing we couldn't take away from him. Even when he was schooling at home, remote learning, he still played his soccer, he still played with his club. Okay. And he knows, he sees what the mother and I, what we do day in and day out, the way we try to live our life, we try to influence him, not just only him, but his sister as well. So it's not just him, it's a collective family effort here. When we go for walks, we all go for a walk. When we go to the trail, we take a walk. When we go cycling, everybody's got a bike.
So they're already, in it. So it won't be a big deal when they're at an old age. So I'm going to finish with this last one. Men are supposed to be macho and strong, and everything. And sometimes, like women, maybe we're generalizing, where women talk about health, talk about issues with their girlfriends or their sisters and so on. Do men, or do you discuss your health with other male friends or brothers?
Unfortunately, I would say no to that.
Okay.
It's like, for some reason, it's just something that women don't talk about.
That's why
we don't come out and say,
why
you're not going to believe I went for my annual today and the doctor told me that.
Exactly.
Even if we do say we make a joke out of it.
Right.
Say, the doctor said I should cut down on this. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Right.
But in general, men don't really talk about that until it's really, really serious.
That's that's my point.
Until it's really, really serious.
That's my point.
But the thing here, and I get where you're going here, is sometimes it's good to share because we all learn from each other's experiences and vice versa.
And it might be too late, because if maybe you've shared and you spoken to somebody about it or a male friend and say, oh yeah, by the way, so and so, so and so. But yeah, you don't talk.
Well, it depends. I've made it a point these days since I'm getting older now. See the gray hair.
I
You
can
know?
see. Over 40, I hope you go for your annual check.
Well, that's where I'm going to. That's
Okay.
where I'm going to.
Okay.
You know, I make it a point to go for my annual every year now.
Right.
I've been doing it now for like the past 4 years.
Oh, that's
Prior
great.
to that, you know, it was kind of like maybe I'll go this year, the following year I won't go. But now as I'm getting older, I make it a point to
Okay.
get my vaccine, flu vaccine in this year, in this country every year. But you know, go to see the doctor, and I encourage other men. You know, when we do talk about things, I say, hey, usually people my age, close to my age,
Yeah.
or my friends that are similar age as me, I always tell them, hey, have you gone to your annual? And, you know, I've heard stories of, I haven't. I always tell them, listen, we're getting old.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what is it? Early detection is better than
Yes,
trying to,
yeah.
prevention is better
Prevention.
than cure, right? So the quicker or the sooner these things can be detected, and
Correct.
the doctors can tell you what you need to change, the better off you will be instead
Right.
of waiting when it's too late
Right.
and, you know, you're on the operating table or what have you.
Yeah.
So I do encourage other guys, but it's not something that we men, we sit like you women and talk about, you know, I went for my mammogram, you know, I went to go see the OBGYN or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't do
Yeah.
that as men, but...
But I think more it needs to be done.
Oh, no.
It needs to be done.
I completely believe you because, and I'll tell you this, one of my buddies the other day, he's got a very stressful work job, yeah? And the other day, he called me that evening, about 2 weeks ago, and said, hey, you're not going to believe this, I was in ER today. I said, whoa. ER, where are you now? He said, oh, I'm home. I said, what was the problem? He said, oh, my blood pressure was high. I checked my blood pressure and he said his heart was palpitating or whatever he said, I don't remember. So he checked his blood pressure and his blood pressure felt high. So he went to an urgent care. They said, listen, we can't treat you. You have to go to ER. So he ended up going to ER. And one of my first questions to him was, have you gone, when was the last time you went for your annual?
Yeah.
You know, because he was asking me about those. I said, well, I have one that I go to. I can give you
Refer
the
you.
number, but you don't have one? And he said, no.
Okay.
That he hasn't been to see a doctor in a while. I said, dude, you're 45 years old. You know, it's about time that you make sure that you get your annual every year. You know, they can do colonoscopy as well, check your prostate, do the blood works on you. But he did.
Okay.
He's
So that is because you educated him on it.
Right.
Because if you didn't do it, he probably won't.
He probably would have said, okay, now the
So
blood
there needs
pressure.
to be more of people like you know, who are taking that conscious effort from
Right.
an early age to talk more
Absolutely.
to other young
Absolutely.
men.
Because it's very critical.
Right.
You know, like I said before, prevention is better than cure. And early
Yeah.
detection, you know, is better than anything else
Yeah.
out there.
Sure.
Because then it could be treated before it gets
Yeah, well, that's what we have got time for. But what I want you to do is if there's any tips or advice or anyone you want to speak to, be it a young man or even women, whoever you want to speak to out there on their health.
I don't know whoever is watching, man or woman, children, old, whatever. But the best thing to do for yourself is to take care of yourself physically, mentally. Go to your doctors, get your vaccines, anything that is going to make you live a good, healthy, and productive life. And if you can't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to achieve any of those things. That's my 2 cents.
Woo! You heard it all. Lots of things in there that you got to do. He started very young and he keeps maintaining that, you know, lifestyle basically. It's a lifestyle.
Yes.
Not a one-off. It's something that you have to be consistently do. So you men out there, keep talking. Uncles, aunties, sisters, brother, nephew, keep talking to each other.
Right.
Please, it is important. We really need to look after our health.
Yes.
And men are not excluded.
Everybody.
This is Mama K. It's been a pleasure having my dear brother
Thank
here.
you, Mama K, for having
All
me.
the way in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Peace.
Peace out.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that and there were things you learned from it. You heard them all. You have to do exercise, you have to eat well, moderation, do your annual checkup, and a lot of other stuff, and please, more education is needed. Please keep talking to some of your brothers, uncles, nephews, grandfather, fathers, about taking their health seriously because it is important for men to look after their health. It is very, very important. Like Ambassador Adebola Ogutuga said, health is wealth. So please, we're appealing to you, men out there, keep on looking after your health. Do the best you can. And this is Mama K signing off till next time. It's been a pleasure and a great honor to have had this wonderful 4-part series celebrating our men through their health. God bless. Stay blessed. Love you all.